Hey guys, and welcome back to day 23 of the Oola Life Challenge with me, Linda Mae Myers. We are going to conquer the last Oola blocker, the lack of focus. Bruce Lee said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." As you may be thinking, focus is clearly an Oola accelerator, right? It can, however, morph into an Oola blocker if it takes one of two forms: lack of focus or misdirected focus. All right. Lack of focus, the most common of the two, period. If you lack focus, you cannot endure what it takes to balance and grow. The journey to Oola is not for the weak. You have to have focus, not just on the moment, but on the distance, on the larger goal. That larger goal is a life of balance, a life of growth in all 7 F's of Oola, right? Can you say, do you remember all 7 F's? We covered them the very first week of Oola, and then we walk through each one individually, right? The larger goal of Oola is an Oola life. In a culture of buy now, pay later, the supersized meal with a Diet Coke, what's that all about? And the I want what I want when I want it now culture is becoming counterculture to delay gratification for the larger goal, right? However, I want you to know that delayed gratification is very Oola. Focusing on the larger goal will give you the strength that you need to sacrifice now in order to win the game later, the game of life, to get to the end of your journey where you wanted to get set off to go, where you were meant to end, right? Lack of focus does the opposite. If you lack focus on your distant but more noble goals, you will buy what you want when you want it. You will eat what you want when you want it. You'll be in relationships until it hits a bump, sitting in front of the TV instead of playing with the kids, and choosing to sleep in every Sunday instead of going to church. You'll be living in the here and now. But you will wake up years later wondering why all the plans and dreams that you had for life never happened. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for seize the day, seize the moment, especially when it's with family and loved ones. But there is a caveat when we're going for an Oola life. A more Oola motto is live like you're going to die tomorrow, but plan like you're going to live forever. The second type of focus that becomes an Oola blocker is misdirected focus. It is less common than lack of focus, but can be equally counterproductive. Misdirected focus is focusing on something that is not in line with your goals. It's not in line with balancing your life. It's not in line with growing your life in the 7 F's of Oola. Addictions are an obvious example, of a misdirected focus. These can be addictions to anything: drugs, alcohol, work, exercise, a hobby, even food. Addictions don't just block the path of love, they suck the life out of you. Think about the classic drug addiction in relation to the 7 F's of Oola. Fitness? None. Financial? Broke. Family? Divorced or alone. Field? Unemployed. Faith? Serving only self and the addiction. Friends? None except the ones that are codependent relationships of other addicts. Fun? None, or none that is really lasting. That is the definition of an anti-Oola, right? This is not where we want to go. And just with this Oola blocker misdirected focus, it is taking you away from where you want to go. Remember, we evaluated where we are. We know where we want to be. And the only things we want to focus on are the things that are going to get us where we need to be, right? So, like I said, focus is usually associated with a trait that can propel you towards your Oola life. And focus on your 7 F's will do that. However, it's from lack of focus or misdirected focus that can clearly be an Oola blocker. And I want you to be aware of that. Zig Ziglar has a classic quote: "If you aim at nothing, you will hit it every time." Focus on the dream life you desire, the life that you are born to live, the life living your greater purpose. Don't get misdirected, and the Oola life can really be yours. All right. Today's assignment: take a few minutes and pray about what area of Oola you need to give more attention to. Put it on your screensaver on your phone, or that one thing that seems to be the most distracting. Then every time you go to hop on social media or internet or your phone, You can have a friendly reminder to focus on what is truly important to you. Well, that wraps up our 7 Oola blockers. Tomorrow, we begin on our 7 Oola accelerators. And this is where it starts getting exciting. After we get through our 7 Oola accelerators, which are, if you want a sneak peek? Yeah, okay. Here's a sneak peek of our 7 Oola accelerators. All right. Gratitude. Love. Discipline, not fun, but necessary. Integrity, it's who you are when others aren't looking. Passion, what is your calling? What moves you? Humility, we all need a good dose of humility. And of course, wisdom. So starting tomorrow with gratitude, we're going to jump into the 7 Oola accelerators, and then we'll have all the tools, all the knowledge we need to create the Oola path and to create goals and to create the way we're going to get to those goals. We've done a lot so far, and I hope you're still with me because we've covered the 7 areas of Oola. We've covered the 7 Oola blockers. So it tells us what we got to focus on, where we want our life to be focused on, what keeps us from getting there. Oola accelerators tell us how we're going to get there even faster, and then it's goal time. So we'll be making our goals, creating a plan, and I just can't wait for it. All right, guys, I will see everyone tomorrow for the first of the Oola accelerators, gratitude.